Today we are going to learn one more problem based on dynamic programming, and the problem is optimal binary search trees. First, let us understand the theoretical part of this problem. Then later, we will see how to solve a given problem using dynamic programming method. One of the principal applications of BST. So BST is a short form of a binary search tree. What is binary search tree? First, we shall just have a glance at the meaning of BST. A binary search tree is a binary tree in which elements are arranged in the order in which the left subtree will have the elements which are lesser than the root, and the right subtree will have the elements that are greater than the root. Okay, this is the structure of a binary search tree. And one of the principal applications, one of the applications of binary search tree is to implement a dictionary. Dictionary means which contains the search elements. Okay, for example, think that I want to implement a dictionary which contains 100 words. A dictionary contains 100 words. Okay. Now all the 100 words are arranged in the tree format. And which tree we should follow? We should follow binary search tree, because searching for any element in a binary search tree becomes easier. Searching in a binary search tree is very easy. Okay. Now, one more thing that we can think about this is, so what if the binary tree, if the binary tree goes on changing its structure, so that the structure which gives the minimum number of searches, this structure which gives the minimum number of searches is considered to be the structure of the tree. Well, I'll give an example. If you take a Google example, and if you search any keyword, okay, you search any keyword, you will get a list of links in Google. So the link which comes first and the link which comes second or third, or the order that it follows, is there any relationship between them? Or is there any hidden property that is associated with that order? So which link comes in the first search, which link comes in the second? So if we just analyze that, so what Google search does is, the link which has been searched for more number of times, that appears in the first link. Then the next most occurred link, that comes in the next. That means based on the number of occurrences, or based on the number of visits to that link, the Google will list the links in the Google page. Okay, we call them as a ranking. Each link will be given ranking, and based on the ranking, the Google will list the links. Okay. Now think that one of the link is in 5th rank, and that link is listed in the 5th position. Now think that users will use that link very much. So in a greater number, users will use that link. So as and when the users uses that link, its rank will go higher, and in that list it will come towards the top of the list. Okay, once it comes towards the top of the, why this has to be done? See, if a string is frequently searched, that has to be brought to the root of the tree. So this searching is nothing but they are stored, the keywords are stored in the binary trees, especially binary search trees. Okay, and think that the 5th link is in the 5th level. 5th link means that particular link is in the 5th level of the binary search tree. For 5th level, how many comparison it needs? It needs 5 comparisons. Starting from the root node, it has to move down to the 5th level, and in the 5th level, it will find that link, and Google will display that link. Now think that if more number of users are trying to access that particular link itself, which is in the fifth level. So what happens now? Every time the Google has to make 5 searches in that binary search tree, and it has to take the link from that. Okay, but the solution for that, one of the solution is, instead of that, what the Google does is, for example, it will optimize this binary search tree. How to optimize the link which is searched more? What it does is, it will try to make that as the root node. It will try to make that as the root node, or in other sense, not just root node. It will try to change the architecture structure of the tree itself, so that that particular link that is in the fifth level will come towards the top of the tree. When it comes towards the top of the tree, then what happens? The number of comparisons that are done will be reduced, and the search results will be given more faster. So that is one of the applications of binary search tree. So this binary search, optimal binary search tree, we are going to consider this in this dynamic programming example. So if you look at this statement, if the probabilities of searching, for elements of a set are known, that means if you know what are the different probabilities of searching for each and every element, then it is possible to construct an optimal binary search tree. We can construct an optimal binary search tree so that the number of comparisons in a search is the smallest possible. That means the number of comparisons should be very less. Let us take this example. Consider 4 keys A, B, C, and D. So these are the 4 keys A, B, C, and D, and its probabilities 0.1, 0.2, 0.4, and 0.3. That means what it tells, 10% is the probability of search for A, 20% times B is searched, 40% of time C is searched, and 30% of time D is searched. So that they are the probabilities. Okay, they are the probabilities. Now, using these 4 keys, now we have to generate the binary search tree. Using 4 nodes, how many different trees we can generate? So if we see mathematically, for 4 number of nodes, we can generate 14 different trees. And whatever you are seeing in the diagram is only 2 trees out of 14. So we have taken 2 examples of the trees out of the 14 trees. Okay, so the first diagram, A, B, C, and is a right skewed tree, and this diagram, it is root is B, children are A, C, and D. Okay, these are only 2 trees. We are considering it as example. Now let us calculate the comparison. What is the average number of comparisons? So how to calculate first tree? For the first tree, 0.1. What is 0.1? 0.1 is the probability of searching of A. Okay, and what is 1? 0.1 into 1. How many comparisons it needs to search A? Since A is the root node itself, only one comparison is needed. So 0.1 into 1 plus 0.2 is the probability of B into 2. What is 2? 2 means the probability of searching. How many comparison it needs for B? 2 comparisons, one at A and one at B. Similarly, 0.4 is for C, the probability of C, and 3 is the number of comparisons required to search C. Okay, 3 comparisons are required. It should start from root, then it has come to right, second comparison, then third comparison is C. So likewise, D, 0.3 into D requires 4 comparisons. So this, for the first tree, binary tree, or the binary search tree, it requires an average of 2.9 comparisons. Okay, so keep this aside. Take the second tree. For second tree, let us calculate. So 0.1, A is 0.1, probability of A is 0.1. How many comparisons are required for A? 2 comparisons, isn't it? So if B is 1 comparison, A is 1 on first level, 1 comparison, on second level, second comparison, into 2 plus 0.2, that is B's probability. 0.2 into 1. Why 1? Because B needs only 1 comparison to search. Next, C. C is probability is 0.4, and how many comparisons C needs? 2 comparisons, because it is in level, second level. Next is 0.3, probability of D, and its comparison, how many comparison D needs? 3 comparisons. Now you compute this, you will get 2.1. For the first tree, you have got 2.9. For the second tree, you have got 2.1. Still, there are 12 trees remaining. So we have taken only 2 trees out of 14. Now, for which tree? For which tree we will get the minimum value of average comparisons? So that we have to calculate. So is it feasible to draw all the 14 trees and to calculate this? So for 14 trees, you may find it easy. Okay, for 4 nodes, you will get 14 trees. For 5 nodes, the number of trees increases. Okay, for consider for 10 nodes or for 100 nodes, it will be around 1,000 different binary search trees. So plotting 1,000 different binary search trees and calculating by making use of the example is not a feasible method to find the average number of comparisons. And to do this, we are going for the dynamic programming method. I hope you got the introduction about this problem. And if you look at the trees, all these trees are binary search trees. Okay, you cannot rearrange. See, whatever I told, 14 different binary search trees, all 14 different trees are binary search trees. If you observe this second diagram, root is B and lesser than root is A, and hence it has come to the left hand side. And the greater than B is C, hence it comes to the right hand side of B. And D is greater than C, hence it comes to the right hand side of C. It is the right child of C. So that means 14 different BSTs are possible using 4 nodes. Okay. Now, having this introduction, we will look at some description about the method, how it is done. Let A1, A2 till AN be the distinct keys in the ascending order. So let A1, A2 till AN be the keys. Keys means whatever we took A, B, C in the previous example. So these are nothing but A1, A2, A3 and A4. Okay. Let P1, P2, Pn be the probabilities. Whatever probabilities we took, 0.1, 0.2, 0.4, 0.3 like that. So they are nothing but P1, P2 till Pn. What is N? N is the number of keys. Number of keys. And one more thing is all the keys are distinct keys. So in binary search tree have a property that it doesn't contain any duplicates. There is no duplicate in the binary search tree. Okay, because if you see any dictionary, the physical dictionary book, do you find any duplicate words? There will be no duplicate words in dictionaries. So the same property has been applied to this. Let C of ij be the smallest average number of comparisons made in a successful search in a binary search tree Tij. So we refer the tree binary search tree as capital T. Ij refers to I is the left hand key and j is the right hand key. That is the range from I to j. For example, 1 to n. So it is T of 1 to n. Now, specifically here there is one term called as C of ij. So we will look at the C of ij in the next slide when we come to that. For now, just understand that C is a matrix, two-dimensional matrix. C is a two-dimensional matrix, and C of ij, what it gives is the cell of that matrix, the value in the cell of that particular matrix C. It gives the smallest average number of comparisons made in a successful search in a binary search tree Tij. I'll explain this with the diagram in the next slide. C of n, C of 1 comma n is the smallest average number of comparisons in a binary search tree from A1 to AN. If you compare, if you consider all the elements starting from A1 till AN, okay, then C of 1 comma n gives the smallest average number of comparisons in the binary search tree. Now understand this diagram. So AK is the root node. AK means K is the root node, and to the left of that is AI, because tree starts from I. ai to a k minus 1, ai to a k minus 1. So 1 less than the root node, and right subtree starts from a of k plus 1, a of k plus 1 till a of j. A of j is nothing but n here. Okay, if you consider it as a full tree, complete tree. Now observe these terms. BST with root AK, it is a binary search tree with root AK and two optimal binary search trees. And this tree, it has two subtrees, and these subtrees are once again optimal. So in optimal binary search tree, what it means is, if you take any subtree in that binary search tree, optimal binary search tree, even that subtree will also be an optimal binary search tree. Okay, optimal binary search trees T I T from I to k minus 1, that is the left one, and second tree T of k plus 1 to j, T of k plus 1 till j. Now this is the matrix C that I told in the previous slide. If you look at this matrix, this is the first row, row number 1. So just first analyze how the numbers of for this matrix is given. The row number starts from 1, and it goes on till n plus 1. Okay, now for example, in our previous example, there are 4 keys, a b c and d. So totally how many rows will be there? N plus 1, 4 plus 1. That means starting from 1 till 5, the rows will be there in this matrix. Okay, if the number of n is 4, if there are 4 keys, then the number of rows are 5, and numbering will be given in the same method, starting from 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And how about the columns? If you look at the columns, column number starts from 0 and it will be till n. That is, for example, in the previous example, there are 4 values. Therefore, the values will be, column numbers will be 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So like that. Okay, so this is fourth, column number 4, and this is row number 5 maximum, and this is row number 1. And what the previous slide tells us, you take any cell C of ij, for example this boxed cell, the marked cell C of ij. What it tells us, this C of ij, for example, what is I here? We consider I as 3. So row number 1 is, this is, second one is the row number 2, third one is the row number 3. The value of I is 3 here. Okay, what is value of j? Let us assume value of j is also 3. We'll take it as 4. we'll take j as 4, 3 comma 4. So C of 3 comma 4, what it means? C of 3 comma 4, C of 3 comma 4 means it gives this cell gives the average number of comparisons for the subtree which contains the nodes from 3 to 4, which contains the nodes from I to j. So I is 3, j is 4. That means if you consider a subtree with the nodes 3 and 4, that means the third node and the fourth node, this cell gives the probability, that is it gives the minimum average comparisons, that are needed to search the key in that subtree, in that particular subtree. Similarly, C of 1 comma n, C of 1 comma n is this one, last one. So 1 comma n means what is the range? From 1 to n. 1 comma is nothing but 1 to n. So it gives the minimum average number of comparisons for the tree with nodes from 1 to n. That means when we consider all the nodes in the tree, this final cell, the topmost right cell, it gives the minimum average comparisons for the whole tree. Okay, now coming to this equations. So how to calculate C of ij? C of ij is equal to min of C of I comma k minus 1 plus C of k plus 1 comma j. Now we have to split. So this I and j remains as it is. The boundaries remains as it is. Now you have to split this ij. Uh, C of ij has to be split at the point k. So this you are supposed to do. Okay, that is from I to k minus 1. From C of I to k minus 1. The right subtree is C of k plus 1 to j. Okay, now what is this k? What values the k gets? Look at this. K is greater than or equal to I and is lesser than or equal to j. For example, if I and j are 2 and 3, I is 2, j is 3. What k gets the values? K gets the values of 2 as well as 3. Both. So one is once you have to apply k is equal to 2, once you have to apply k is equal to 3. Okay, next plus plus. Yes, this is S sigma S is equal to I to j PS. What is PS? Probability. Now we have to consider the probabilities of those elements which are mentioned in I and j. I have taken 2 and 3, isn't it? I is 2, j is 3. That means starting from S is equal to 2 till 3. So that means P of 2 plus P of 3. You have to add. You have to add P of 2 plus P of 3. If I is 1 and if j is 4. For example, if I is 1, j is 4. What k gets? K gets 4 different values, 1, 2, 3 and 4. And what about this? You have to add all starting from 1 till 4. P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus P4. So this is the formula for calculating C of ij. Next. C of I comma I minus 1. C of I comma I minus 1. If you look at this, if you take, if you consider I as 1, consider I is 1. C of 1 comma, what is I minus 1? 0. So 1 comma 0. 1 comma 0 should be always 0. If you take I is 2, if you take I2, 2 comma 2 minus 1, that is 2 comma 1. This is 2 comma 1. So 2 comma 1 is also 0. That means all the diagonal elements should be set to 0. 1 point. All the diagonal elements should be set to 0. Okay, that is what this tells. Second point tells. Next, third point. C of I comma I is equal to Pi. I comma I. That means 1 comma 1. 1 of 1. What is 1 of 1? You should set it as P1. What is P1? Probability of the first key. C of 1 comma 1 is equal to P1. C of 2 comma 2 is equal to P2. So C of 2 comma 2, this is 2 comma 2 and it is set to P2. That means what? The diagonal elements contains the zeros and the upper to the right of the diagonal, whatever you get on that, you should store the probabilities of all the keys. So these are the initial things. So having this basic things, we will take a problem and we'll see how to solve. Same problem is considered. Key is A, B, C and D. Probabilities are 0.1, 0.2, 0.4 and 0.3. Now for this problem, we have to find the minimum average comparisons. So what is the minimum average comparison? And what should be our goal? What should be our goal from the previous slide? Our goal is to compute C of 1 comma n. So the rightmost, whatever we are seeing here, the goal. So this we have to compute step by step. Okay. And to compute this, you are going to fill all these cells first. And once you fill all these cells, finally you will get the result for this. So you are filling the these cells means what? The inner cells are filled means what? You are finding the minimum average comparisons for all the subtrees. Okay, it is similar to the divide and conquer method. Some concepts of divide and conquer is also being brought here. Okay, the trees are divided into subtrees, and for each subtrees, the optimal value, that is the minimum average comparison, is calculated, and finally you will get the comparison result, the minimum average comparisons for the whole tree, that is C of 1 comma n. So this is C of 1 comma n. So that should be our goal. Now these are the initial things. So we need two tables. One is the main table, other one is the root table. So as I told, the row number starts from 1 and there are 5 rows, because the row number it goes till n plus 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. So starting from 1 to 5 are the row numbers, and the column number starts from 0 till n. So 0 till 4, n is 4. So this is how you should give the numbering for the rows and columns. If there is any mistake in this, then the whole problem output or the result will be wrong. Okay, please take care that you give the proper numbers for the rows and columns. Okay, then the first thing, once you write the number row numbers and column numbers, the next thing is put zeros for diagonal elements. So put 0 for all the diagonal elements. Next step, above the diagonal above the diagonal. So in that, put all the probabilities. So it is P1, P2, P3 and P4, the probabilities of all 4. Okay, this is the initial step that is to be made in the main table. Consider one more table called as root table. The row number and the column number remain same. The same procedure has to be done. And while giving the numbers, while adding the values for the root table, so make sure that in I comma I, that is in root of, if I consider it as root table, root of I comma I is equal to I. That means in 1 comma 1 you should store 1, in 2 comma 2 you should store 2, in 3 comma 3 you should store 3. So what are these 1, 2, 3 and 4? These are nothing but the names of the numbers that are given to these keys. So A is considered as 1, B is considered as 2, C is considered as 3 and D is considered as 4. Okay, they are nothing but the numbers given for the they are the numbers that are given for the keys. Okay, now let us start the problem. Yes, so the same table I have reconstructed in the Word so that I can show you the computations, how it is done. Okay. So now we have to fill. Now lower diagonal elements are not considered. We have to consider only the upper diagonal elements, and we have to consider we have to compute all these in the diagonal wise itself. So first we should calculate C of 1 comma 2. So this is C. I'll name this as C. So this is this particular location is C of 1 comma 2. Now we have to fill this. That means we have to compute what is the value in this location. Okay. After filling this, next one is this location 2 comma 3. Then 3 comma 4. So diagonally you have to compute. So you should not go, once you compute this, you should not go to this location. Okay. Now let us start. So first we should calculate C of 1 comma 2. So I will write it as C of 1 comma 2. So what is 1 and what is 2? They are nothing but ij. Okay. From the formula we have understood that k gets the value from I to j. Isn't it? K is 1, I is 1, j is 2. Therefore k gets the values from 1 to 2. That means once you have to give the value 1 for k, and for the next term you should give value 2 for k. Okay. Next. Now we should split that C of 1 comma 2 at this k. Now k is considered as the root node. At this k you should split. Now I remains as it is. 1 is I. This is I. And this one. So that is k minus 1. Isn't it? This first part, it is the left subtree. So it is I comma k minus 1. What is k? K is 1. K minus 1 is 0. Plus. This is the right subtree. That means k plus 1 till j. What is k plus 1? K plus 1 is 1 plus 1, that is 2. And what is j? J remains as it is, that is 2. From this, j is 2. Okay. Next, plus, what is it add for this? You should add this sigma. Sigma s is equal to 1 to 2. So because I and j are 1 and 2. So 1 to 2. That means you should consider the probabilities of P1 and P2. You should consider P1 and P2. So that means you have to sum P1 plus P2. Now let us see. What is C of 1 comma 0? C of 1 comma 0 is 0. So that you have put here 0. What is C of 2 comma 2? C of 2 comma 2 is 0.2. This one. 0.2 right here. Now sigma, you have to take two probabilities, that is P1 and P2. P1 plus P2, I have written within the bracket. P1 plus P2 is 0.1 plus 0.2. So this is P1, this is P2. Or else you can look at this table, P1 and P2, 0.1, 0.2. So the second diagonal, it gives uh, the diagonal above this main diagonal, it gives the probabilities of each elements. So it is 0.1 plus 0.2. So what it gives, what you get? 0.2 plus 0.1 plus 0.2. It is 0.3. 0.3 plus 0.2 is 0.5. Okay. Next, similarly, you should do for k is equal to 2. 1 remains as it is. 2 minus 1. So this is I comma k minus 1. K minus 1, k is 2. So k minus 1 is 1. 1 comma 1. Next, k plus 1 to j. K plus 1. K is 2. K plus 1 is 3. K plus 1 is 3. And j is 2. Okay. Next, this remains same because I and j value doesn't change here. It is 1 to 2 itself. That means the same 0.1 plus 0.2 will be repeated. Now let us see what is the value of this. C of 1 comma 1. C of 1 comma 1. It is 0.1. You write 0.1 here. What is C of 3 comma 2? C of 3 comma 2 is 0. This one. Write 0 here. And P1 plus P2. When you add this, you will get 0.2 plus 0.1 is 0.3 plus 1 is 0.4. Okay, you have got two values, 0.5 and 0.4 you got, out of which you have to check minimum. You have to consider minimum. Which is minimum? 0.4 is minimum. Therefore, the value of C of 1 comma 2 is 0.4. I'll write 0.4 here. Okay. Next, when you got this 0.4, you got the 0.4 when you considered k as 2. So therefore, you should enter this root table with the value of k that you have considered. That is k is 2. So this is the computation of one value of one of the cell. Similarly, we should calculate the next one, that is C of 2 comma 3. Now let us continue. So what is the next one that we have to calculate? So this location. What is this location? 2 comma 3. So I'll replace this with 2 and 3. So this is 2, I is 2, j is 3. Okay. Now what k gets the values? K gets the value of 2 and 3. It is from 2 to 3. The range, you should take the range from 2 to 3. So once it gets 2, the value of 2, and once it gets the value of 3. So two values. Now let us do the first one. So this is I is 2 here. If you look at, just observe this 2 comma 3, I is 2. Therefore this changes, this is 2. And rightmost is j, this is 3. Okay. Here also it is 2, that is I, and here it is j, that is 3. What about the middle one? This is k minus 1. What is k? K is 2. Therefore, k minus 1 is 1. There should be k plus 1. K plus 1 means 2 plus 1, that is 3. Here, k minus 1. K is 3. K minus 1 is 2. Here, k plus 1. K is 3. K plus 1 is 4. Okay, next. So here, what is the range? Range is from 2 to 3. Should update this also. Range is from 2 to 3. It is 2 to 3. So I'll update here also the range. It is from 2. The range is from 2 to 3. So first we'll complete this. K is equal to 2. So what is C of 2 comma 1? C of 2 comma 1 is 0. Plus, what is C of 3 comma 3? C of 3 comma 3 is 0.4. Plus, you have to take this sigma summation of 2 to 3 PS. So that means probability of 2 plus probability of 3. What is probability of 2? 0.2 and 0.4. So these are the probabilities. Look at the table, 2 and 3. 0.2 plus 0.4. I'll write that within the bracket. What is the result of this? 0.6 plus 0.4, it is 1.0. Similarly, this one. C of 2 comma 2. C of 2 comma 2. C of 2 comma 2 is 0.2. C of 4 comma 3. C of 4 comma 3 is 0 plus the probability remains the same. It is 0.2 plus 0.4. What is the result of this? It is 0.8. Okay, I'll write this here. The result is 0.8. Now, which is out of 1.0 and 0.8, 0.8 is the minimum. Therefore, I have considered this. Fill it here, 0.8. And what is the value of k? 3. K is 3. Because you got 0.8 when k was 3. Put it here in same location. So that is the second value that I have computed. Let us move further. I'll show one more. C of, which is the next one, this location. What is this location? C of 3 comma 4. So I is 3, J is 4. Now what is the value of k? K ranges from 3 to 4. So k is 3, here k is 4. Two different values for k. Now how to do this? It is from 3 because I is 3. 3 to k minus 1. What is k minus 1? K is 3, k minus 1 is 2. This is k plus 1 to j. K plus 1, k is 3, k plus 1 is 4. What is j? J is 4. Similarly, it is the sigma, the value changes from 3 to 4. So I to j it is. So this becomes 3 and this becomes 4. So similarly here, this is 4, this 3. The same thing for both the case, PS. Okay, now you have to change this. C of I comma k minus 1. I is 3. K minus 1 is 4 minus 1, that is also 3. K plus 1. K plus 1 is 4 plus 1 is 5. Comma. What is j? J is 4. I and j, you can get it from here. These are nothing but the I and j. Now let us fill the values. I hope everything is correct. I'll fill the values now. What is C of 3 comma 2? 3 comma 2 is 0 plus C of 4 comma 4. 4 comma 4 is 0.3 plus the probability of 3 and 4. P3 plus P4. P3 is 0.4. P4 is 0.3. 0.4 plus 0.3. So what you get, the result for this, 7 plus 3, it is 1.0. What you get for this? C of 3 comma 3. C of 3 comma 3 is 0.4 plus C of 5 comma 4. C of 5 comma 4 is 0 plus the same thing, same probabilities repeats, 0.4 plus 0.3 is equal to, it is 7 plus 4, 1.1. Okay, now which is minimum? 1.0 is minimum, therefore we should consider that minimum value. And what is the value? I should write it here, 1.0. What is the value of k that you have considered? 1.0 you have got when k was 3, isn't it? So therefore enter 3 here. Let us move forward. Now what is next? Next one is this one, 1 comma 3. This cell we have to calculate, 1 comma 3. It is C of 1. So what is this? Now the value of I is 1, k J is 3. Now what k value ranges from? K value ranges, it gets 3 different values from 1 to 3. 1, 2 and 3. Okay. First k gets the value of 1. Put this first. So what is the value of this C? What is I? I is 1. What is k minus 1? K minus 1 is 0 plus C of k plus 1. K plus 1 is 2. J is 3. K plus 1 to j it is. Plus, now you have to write this sigma equation. I'll copy from this. So what is the value of I and j here? I is 1, j is 3. Is 1, j is 3. Now what it indicates, I should add 3 probabilities starting from 1 to 3, p1, p2, p3. Okay. Now we'll enter the values of this. What is C of 1 comma 0? C of 1 comma 0 is 0. Yes. Plus C of 2 comma 3. 2 comma 3 is 0.8. This one. Plus the probabilities. Probabilities from 1 to 3. It is 0.1, 0.2, 0.4. 0.1 plus 0.2 plus 0.4. What is the result of this? 4 plus 2, 6 plus 1, 7 plus 8, 15, 1.5. Okay, so that is when k is 1. Similarly, do for k is equal to 2. K is equal to 2. C of I comma k minus 1. What is I? I is 1. What is k minus 1? 2 minus 1 is 1. Plus C of k plus 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. J. J is also 3. Plus the sigma equation. I'll copy this. So it is 3 from 1 to 3. Okay. That is equal to, what is C of 1 comma 1? 1 comma 1 is 0.1 plus C of 3 comma 3. C of 3 comma 3 is 0.4 plus the same values from the above step, 0.1 plus 0.2 plus 0.4. So what do you get? 0.7 plus 0.4. It is 1.2, I think. Is it correct? Yes, 7 plus 5, 12, 1.2. Yes. Next, k is equal to 3. C of I comma k minus 1. What is I? I is 1. K minus 1 is 3 minus 1 is 2 plus C of k plus 1. K plus 1 is 3 plus 1, that is 4, comma j. J is 3 plus, put the summation formula, is equal to. Now substitute the value. C of 1 comma 2. What is C of 1 comma 2? It is 0.4. 0.4 plus, what is C of 4 comma 3? 4 comma 3 is 0, 0 plus the probabilities are same starting from P1 to P3. What is the result? 0.7 plus 4, it is 1.1. So what is minimum in this? The minimum value is 1.1. So this 1.1 you should write here. It is 1.1. And when you got this 1.1, 1k is 3. So that you should write here. Still 2 steps are remaining. Hope you are with me. Yes. Next one is this one. 2 comma 4. So you have to go diagonally. So first we have completed this diagonal, now this diagonal. It is 2 comma 4. I have to calculate 2 comma 4. I'll copy this. Yes. Now what is this? This is C of 1 comma 4 we have to calculate, isn't it? Sorry, C of 2 comma 4. This cell is C of 2 comma 4 that we have to calculate. So what k gets the values? K gets the values from 2 to 4. That is, once it gets 2, next it gets 3, next it gets 4. Okay, fill these values. It is I is 2, k minus 1 is 2 minus 1 is 1, k plus 1, 2 plus 1 is 3, j is 4. Okay, similarly, I is 2, k minus 1 is also 2, k plus 1 is 4, j is 4. I is 2, k minus 1 is 4 minus 1 3, k plus 1 is 5, and j is 4. Okay, this is done. Next, summation formula. In summation formula, some changes. So this is from 1 to 4. Oh, sorry, 2 to 4. 2 till 4. So it is from 2 till 4. It is 4 from 2. Okay. Now, let us fill these values. What is 2 comma 1? C of 2 comma 1. It is 0. C of 3 comma 4. 3 comma 4 is 1.0 plus. So now what the probability is? Probability is from 2 to 4. So sigma is S is equal to 2 to 4. So 2, 3, 4. 0.2, 0.4, 0.3. 0.2 plus 0.4 plus 0.3 is equal to, what do you get? 3 plus 4, 7 plus 2, 9. 9 plus 1 is 10. That is 1.0. You get 1.0 here. And what you get for this? 2 comma 2. 2 comma 2 is 0.2 plus 4 comma 4. 4 comma 4 is 0.3 plus probabilities, it remains same, is equal to 3 plus 4, 7 plus 2, 9. 9 plus 5, 14. It is 1.4. Similarly, 2 comma 3. 2 comma 3 is 0.8 plus 2 comma 3 is 0.8. Okay. And 5 comma 4. 5 comma 4 is 0 plus the probabilities. It is 0.9 plus 0.8, it is 1.7. You will get 1.7. So which is minimum out of this? 1.0 is minimum. Therefore, enter 1.0 here. Okay. And when you got 1.0, when k is 2. K is 2. Ah, yes, 1.0 is it? Yes, true. Okay. Yes, thanks for that. It is 1.9. Okay, now which is minimum? Minimum is 1.4. Minimum is 1.4. I should write 1.4 here. And when you got that, when k is 3. Okay, next we'll move to the next step. That is C of 1 comma 4. This is the last step. C of 1 comma 4. We need 4 entries now because k gets the values from 1 to 4. This is k is equal to 1. K is equal to 1. C of I comma k minus 1. That is k minus 1 is 0 plus C of k plus 1 plus 2 j, that is 4. Okay, plus the probability. I'll copy the probability from this. So it is from 1 to 4. 1 to 4. Then yes, what do you get for this? C of 1 comma 0. 1 comma 0 is 0. C of 2 comma 4. 2 comma 4 is 1.4 plus the probability of all starting from P1 to P4. 0.1 plus 0. Is equal to, so the sum of, sorry, this is 4, this is 4 plus 3. Okay, the sum of this is it is 1.0. 7 plus 2 9 plus 1, it is 1. 1.0. 1.0 plus 1.4, you get 2.4. That is the first one. Second one, k is equal to 2. C of I is 1, k minus 1 is also 1, plus C of k plus 1 is 3, comma j is 4, plus the probabilities. Let us complete that later. I will fill this first. K is equal to 3. C of I is 1. K minus 1 is 3 minus 1 is 2, plus C of k plus 1 is 4, comma 4. Next, plus the probabilities. We will complete this first, then we'll go for k is equal to 4. 1 comma 1. C of 1 comma 1 is 0.1 plus C of 3 comma 4. 3 comma 4 is 1.0 plus this value, the probabilities, is equal to, it is 1 plus 1.0, 2.0 plus 1, 2.1 you get. Okay. Next, k is equal to 3. 1.2, C of 1.2 is 0.4 plus C of 4 comma 4 is 0.3 plus the probabilities. So what you get? It is 1 plus 4 plus 3. It is 1.7. Still one more is left for us. K is equal to 3. We have to calculate. I'll write here. Sorry, k is equal to 4. K is equal to 4. So I comma k minus 1, k minus 1 is 3, k plus 1, k plus 1 is 5, j is 4, it is correct. Probabilities. Okay, let us fill the values. What is 1 comma 3? 1 comma 3 is 1.1 plus what is 5 comma 4? 5 comma 4 is 0. So what is the sum? This is 1 plus 1.1. It is 2.1. Now finally we should write the minimum value. What is minimum? Which is minimum here? Minimum is 1.7. Minimum is 1.7. So fill this 1.7, 1.7, and what is the value of k? K is equal to 2. Okay, now we have completed the calculation part. Now we have to generate. Now we have to analyze this table. We'll analyze this table now. So what this 1 comma n, this 1.7 tells. So 1.7 is the minimum average comparisons that are required for the optimal binary search tree. So for optimal binary search tree, 1.7 is the minimum that is required. So in the slide we have seen that we have taken two examples. So for the first tree we got 2.9, for the second tree we got 2.1, and I told that there are still 12 trees remaining. For one of those 12 trees, the answer what we got 1.7 will be the average number of comparisons. Okay, now which is that tree? How to identify? Now we have got the comparisons. We have got the optimal value. 1.7 is the optimal value, but for which tree we get that optimal value? So that we will analyze that from the second table. So for that purpose itself, we have got the second. You might be wondering why we are considering the second table. Okay, now if you look at the second table, I'll show that using PPT. Yes, look at the second table. Now what this tells us, these numbers, they give the root nodes. They give the root node. Now if you look at the last cell, it is 1 to 4. That means when you consider nodes from 1 to 4, when you consider all the four nodes, which is the root node? Root node will be 3. Okay, so root node will be 3. What is that third one? What is the third node? Third node is nothing but C. So hence you should make the C as the root node. Okay, is the first step. C is the root node. Now, to the right of C, that means in the series A, B, C, and D, to the right of C, how many nodes are there? Only one node, because D is the only one node. And D should always come to the right of C because it's a binary search tree. D is greater than C, it should come to the right. So directly you can make this D as the right subtree. When you come to the left subtree of C, how many nodes are there? Two nodes are there, A and B. Now out of A and B, so which should become the root? So whether this is correct, B is the root of A is correct, or A is the root of B, that is correct. So there are two possibilities. When there are two nodes, there are two possibilities. So which is correct? Once again refer the tree. So what is this? This is node number 1, this is node number 2. Therefore you should refer 1 comma 2. Okay, you got this. You have to refer 1 comma 2 in the root table. Look at 1 comma 2. 1 comma 2, what is the root? It tells that the root is 2. The root is 2. What is the node number 2? Node number 2 is nothing but B. Now make this B as the root node. Once you make this B as the root node, what is left? What is the left key? That means what is left from that series out of A, B, C, and what is left? A is left. That means only A is left, and that A should always come to the left of B because A is lesser than B. So this construction is to be made by looking at this root table. Okay, so this is about optimal binary search trees.